It is 6:15. No one of any sense has any right to be awake at this ungodly hour. But we're going backpacking. I can sleep in the car though. We've made it to the trailhead, but that was the easy part. Now we've got a long hike ahead of us. A little bit worried. I don't want to talk too loud here, but I've been a bit sniffly and I haven't slept well these past few nights. And in the car I was feeling really hot. So probably don't have COVID. If I do, I'll probably be fine, but if I do and I give it to Dad, he might not be fine. If I do have it and he doesn't already have it, he's definitely gonna have it by the end of this trip. I've also been having a really bad allergic reaction recently, just like over the past 2 days. So it could just be that, and lack of sleep and dehydration. It's impossible to know. So the hike we're doing is called Grant Lakes. We're in Yosemite. So I don't know if you know the hike 10 Lakes. That one is pretty well known and difficult. We did that one before. Basically, Grant Lakes follows the same trail of 10 Lakes all the way up to the last bit, and then it goes off to the side and we go to Grant Lakes instead. It's about 6 miles, probably around 2,500 feet up. Thing is, 10 Lakes at the very end, you go straight up a mountain and then straight down a mountain, which is why it's such a hard hike. But we're gonna skip the mountain because we shoot off right before that. This is, by our count, our 10th annual backpacking trip. So I started when I was 7. 10 years backpacking. That's 30 days. That's a month of backpacking. Mason says we're hopping over that ridge there. Damn. Grant Lakes, 1.5 miles. Grant Lake, 1 mile. Here's today's philosophical life lesson. If you climb a mountain, you're gonna have to go back down it. Also, bonus one, lakes don't live at the top of mountains. We love the new house. So this is the new home. We really went for the sort of open floor plan. There's no real walls or front door, but I think it works. It's very modern. The view is just wonderful. I love the neighborhood. It's very quiet. The neighbors mostly keep to themselves. Here's the kitchen. That's where we will roast our marshmallows. Here's our pantry. Everything we need is here in our cupboards, round cupboards that are bear proof. It's 2 bedrooms, infinite bathrooms actually. Although if you want to shower, you are going to have to wait until it rains. Here's the master. Okay, I don't think they've moved in yet, but you can just see, yep, plenty of space in there. That's for Dad and Mason. My room is over here. It's not big, but it's got everything I need. The best part is I don't have to walk to my closet. In fact, I can't walk anywhere. The ceiling's too low. But it really just puts into perspective, it's a minimalist life. I've got plenty of space for everything that I need, and I'm happy. And here's the best part, my hammock. Drawbacks? No, I can't think of any. We've got everything we need. I mean, running water, electricity, cell service. People? Meh. Non-essentials, really. You should see the pool though. The pool is spectacular. Alright, it is the morning of day 2. We are heading off to see if we can find the upper lake. Well, there's not really much of a trail, or if there is, we're having a hard time finding it. But supposedly we just follow the creek up, which would make sense. So we just kind of thought we'd like climb a mountain. That's the lower lake where we're staying, over there. There's the upper lake where we climbed from. There's more mountains to climb, but Dad thinks the rocks are too loose. First bear we've seen in 10 years. All right, this is it. Heading out. Well, we made it back. I am maybe an hour and a half away from a cold drink and another 4 hours away from washing my hair, which will be glorious. I missed out on my weekly workout with Alec and Ari. It was supposed to be on Friday, but this has got to count for something, right? I mean, 6 miles, up 2,500 feet, 25 pounds on my back, like, it's got to count for something, right? You know, I gotta say, that was probably one of the hardest hikes in Yosemite. I mean, it's up there with like Vogelsang. Can't be that much worse. I mean, Vogelsang's all in the sun, so it is a lot worse, but I don't think like physically it's that much harder. I mean, you got the hike in that's the same as 10 Lakes. You got that whole climb from 10 Lakes, and then the last leg is like maybe not quite as steep as 10 Lakes. It's definitely not as definitely not as bad as 10 Lakes, but it's still, you know, you still got to go down that mountain. I don't know if it's COVID or asthma. I'm betting on the latter. I don't think I have COVID, but on the hike out in the first bit, coming up the mountain, because you know you got to go up and then back down, I could not breathe. I was probably inhaling like 20% of my usual capacity, if that. It was really rough. I had to stop every like 5 minutes and let my airways open up again. It was not good. The thing is, asthma for me usually goes with sports and allergies together. I don't usually have asthma without allergies, and like I brought Benadryl and stuff, but there's no horses on this trail. Sometimes there are, and that sucks, but there's no horses on this trail. So I didn't think it would be a big deal. I didn't bring my inhaler. And I didn't have any allergy issues, but God, that climb out, that was rough. Luckily it cleared up after that once we started going downhill, but oh Lord. Yeah. I know I said we were going to go camping, but then we realized that it's about 105 degrees
where we were supposed to go camping, so we were like, no thank you. Let's go to Carmel instead, where it is a much more reasonable 75 degrees. Right, Sasha? So now we're here in Carmel, and I know I mentioned before that we were concerned I might have COVID. I don't think I have COVID, but you know, you have to check. You gotta be safe. So on the way here, we stopped by the Stanford drive-through testing place, and actually I wasn't able to get an appointment until Friday, but we thought we'd just show up and see if they could do something, and they could. So got a COVID test, and God, I don't know if you've heard about those ones where they stick it in your nose and it goes like way up. It was one of those, and it really freaking hurts, okay? Like, not to be taken lightly. Like, the nurse was super, super nice. She was the nicest person ever. And she was explaining to me, this is what's gonna happen, and it's gonna really hurt, and I'm gonna count to 10, and, yeah. And this is what you're gonna feel, and you'll probably feel something back in your throat, and I'm just gonna tell you to keep breathing, and then when I pull it out, you're gonna need these tissues because your eyes will, start pouring. Not like crying, like, an involuntary, like, response. And God, it was awful. So it goes, like, up in your nose, and it's, like, maybe this long, maybe. I'll be honest, I wasn't really paying attention to how long it was. I was trying not to look at it. And oh my God, it was like sort of like a burning sensation all across like this half of my face, like under the skin, like sort of like prickling and burning under the skin. And then she just keeps going in, and it's like, oh no, stop. And then you know, once it's in there, she like has to wait 10 seconds, and then she twists it, right? Because you have to get this like swab. And then that was when you're supposed to feel something in your throat that would make you want to like clear your throat or something. I didn't feel that, but I guess that happens sometimes. And then when she pulled it out, my right eye was just like pouring. I mean, both my eyes, but mostly my right eye. It was like, wow. Yeah, she was not kidding about that, like, crying response, because it was like, damn.
Just a little bit. You got enough marshmallows there? No. So, we rode our bikes over to Asilomar, and now we're just like walking up this walkway here, right? And this place, I gotta say, brings back a lot of memories from, what was it, the 10th grade retreat, I think? Yeah, it must have been, because we went like kayaking and stuff. Gosh. Oh, so many memories. Because like, I went kayaking with Reese, and that was when we discovered that he was a seal. Gosh, I remember this place. We roasted marshmallows here. Oh, this was where the dead fucking egg originated. And then, of course, who could forget? Reese, Benjamin, Kenneth, and I went tide pooling to watch the sunset. And we just like sort of sat there for a long time, just like watching the sunset and the moon and all that. Just sitting out there at the tide pools, and we didn't realize we were supposed to come back because apparently they just took us out to the beach for like 5 minutes, and we like wandered off. So then everyone like freaked out and was wondering where we were. When we eventually came back, the teachers were like so mad at us. Yeah, that was fun. We should all come back here sometime. Just to sort of look around and go tide pooling, whatever. Go kayaking again. Be fun. It's 1 a.m. and Camille and I are playing a very serious game of Scrabble. Camille and I play Scrabble a very specific way. We have, you know, family rules, right? Words can be in English or Spanish. They can also just be a pretty picture. Any spelling of a word is legal, so long as it is discernible what the word is. Dictionaries may not be consulted under any circumstances. The points do not matter. And if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
Goody made.
Perfectly legal.
6.
Camille has just invented an extra challenge. You have to use all your letters every time.
What? This is
What's the blank?
Oh, it's an A.
I have 4 A's, Camille. Take one of mine. There's a space there. Natalie Beck. These were not shuffled. What has happened?
Okay, ready for this? You have to pretend that that's an M.
Oh my god.
Kumquat.
Free.
It's Houdini.
Oh god. Well, as you can see, or maybe you can't see, but it is quite horribly smoky out. So we're heading home early. I expect home will be a lot better than here in Carmel. By the way, I don't have COVID, so that's good.
But you don't?
No, I don't.
That's good.
Yeah. Also, I look pretty awesome today. Can we just
Do you want
like
me to get a full body pic? Okay.
Oh yeah. Can we just like appreciate and like even the shoes match?
Help! Help! I need help! Help! Help!
Are you gonna cut this?
Help! Camille!
Your turn. Your turn. That was all I got.
There you go.